Yeah, it's the first day of school and I'm turned. I done slept in my shoes and I want y'all to sing along. Sing along. Turn up. See, this is the day with the crowded hallways, and I sit next to a fine girl wearing my dad's cologne. She said that it's strong.
For the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Alright, you guys remember what we did before break?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, remember this?
I don't recall that.
Okay, this?
I don't recall that neither.
Ugh.
It's back to school time!
Why are you guys happy?
Time for learning!
This is a bad thing. And fun. I hate you all.
Tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the
Me on the first day of school.
I want to go home. I don't want to... I want to go home!
Wake up, dear. Time for school.
Oh.
You're already here!
No!
And welcome back to the 2016-17 school year. We are so excited you're here. It's been awfully quiet this summer, and I realize it was a short summer, but we are ready for you to be here, and we're ready to kick off this school year with a bang. However, we do have some information that we want to give to you that will help you make good decisions and have a very successful school year at Plant City High School. Our theme for the district is preparing students for life, and that is exactly what we want to do at Plant City High School. Whether that be college, military, the workforce, or a tech and career school, we have so much that we can offer you that will help you to be prepared when you graduate from Plant City High School to do whatever it is that you have set as your goals to do. We do have some core values here at Plant City High School, and those are respect. We want you to respect yourself, first and foremost, but we also want you to respect others, and we also want you to respect our campus and our school. Our second one is accountability. We want you to be accountable to your teachers, to your parents, accountable to yourself to make those good decisions and those good grades. And then pride. We are all about some Raider pride here. We want to have you prideful in, again, our school and our athletic teams and our clubs and organizations. We want you to show that pride throughout the school year, and you'll have lots of opportunities to do that. We do have some changes here at Plant City High School, and so I want to introduce our administrative team to you. First of all, I'm Susan Sullivan. I'm the principal. I think I forgot that earlier. And I'm excited to start my second year at Plant City High School. Miss Peggy Ogle is our assistant principal for curriculum. She handles schedules. She's over all of the assignment of teachers to the classes that they teach. So if you have concerns about your schedule, at some point she will be giving you information on what you need to do to make sure that your schedule meets your goals. Mr. Tim Leesburg is our assistant principal for administration. He is over our facilities. He's over athletics. He's over clubs. So if you have questions or concerns in any of those three areas, Mr. Leesburg is the man to see. In our student affairs office, we have a new AP. That would be Mr. Andre Johnson. Mr. Johnson comes to us from Shields Middle School, and he'll be working specifically with our 9th graders this year and our 9th grade academy, which we're really excited about. Mr. Chuck Henderson returns to our student affairs office. He'll be working with our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders whose names begin with A through K. He also is over buses and parking decals, so you'll want to get to know him if you plan to drive to school. And Miss Lana Smith is our AP for our 10th through 12th graders whose last name begins with L through Z. Miss Smith specifically works with our lockers and with our testing. She also is somebody you're going to want to know this year. We have a great administrative team, and we look forward to getting to know you and work with you so that you have a great year. This year, our theme is celebrating our legacy. Plant City High School has a very rich legacy. And for those of you that may be new to Plant City High School, or maybe you're new to our area, you might not know anything about Plant City High School. The school that you're sitting in today has not always been Plant City High School. I want us to look back for a few minutes at our history. Plant City High School started in downtown Plant City, and they were called the Plant City Planters. This building opened in 1914, and students went to Plant City High School, again, right downtown, until the late 1950s. They built a new school in 1957, again, still Plant City Planters, but it's the current Tomlin Middle School. So some of your parents, maybe some folks you know, went to the Plant City High School that was originally built and located where Tomlin Middle School now is. In 1972, this area had begun to grow greatly, and so the people in charge decided they needed to build a new large high school, and they took 4 high schools: Plant City Planters, the Turkey Creek Gobblers, the Marshall Dragons, and the Pinecrest Pilots, and combined all 4 of those high schools to open this high school where you're sitting today. It was called Plant City Comprehensive High School, and that is when we became the Plant City High School Raiders. So the Raiders name has only been around since 1972, and actually the first graduating class was 1973. Since 1973, there have been some additions to this building, but this current location is the home of the Plant City Raiders, and we are so excited that you're here and you're going to join in that legacy. I want us to think for just a few minutes back to last year. 2016, 15, 16 was a great school year, and there's some things I'm very proud of and some things that I want you to know about our legacy. First of all, last year at the end of the year, we had the great privilege of dedicating our media center as the Leslie S.B. Rice Media Center in memory of one of our most beloved teachers, Leslie Rice, who died after a long battle with cancer in June of 2015. And I hope that you'll take time to go by the media center. There's pictures inside the media center. There's a really nice plaque on the wall, but her students loved her, and they performed for her, and she loved them. So again, we're very proud that our media center is now the Leslie S.B. Rice Media Center. We also had some students that achieved great things last year. The first one I want to mention is that we have a student from Plant City High School that represents us at the state level as an FFA state vice president, and that will be Anna Conrad. Anna will be serving this year with FFA and representing not only Plant City High School, but this whole area. And we're very proud of her and the fact that she's carrying Plant City High School all over the state, all over the country, in fact, all over the world. We also have our first Guy Toph Award winner. Now, the Guy Toph Trophy is given to the most outstanding football player in Hillsborough County. And last year, 2015-16, Marquese Hargrove won that. First time ever in Plant City history. We're really pleased and proud of that. Let's win it again this year, some of you football players. Another thing that I was very proud to be a part of was the Plant City Best Buddies Fashion Show. I'm just going to tell you that you need to put that date, whenever it might be, it's usually in February, on your calendar. It's a great opportunity for our students to work together with our ESE students and put on a great fashion show. And that was one of the highlights of my year last year. Another highlight was our National Signing Day. On that day in February, we had 12 student athletes sign scholarships to go on and play sports at the collegiate level. Over the course of the year, we ended up with about 27 students signing athletic scholarships. One of the big trophies in our area between rival schools is the Jim Redmond Cup, which is given to the winner of the Plant City Durant football game. Now, I'm very proud that this year, Plant City High School Raiders won the Durant Plant City football game, and we brought that trophy back home. It sits in our trophy case in the main lobby. I hope you'll go by there and look at it. It's a little I guess I'm a little partial to that because the trophy was named in memory of my dad, and he was a huge Plant City High School Raider, although he said Planters a lot. Huge Plant City High School supporter, and the trophy was given in his memory. So we want to continue that legacy, Coach Paxia and all of our Raider football teams. One of the things that I love about Plant City High School is school spirit, and our students love to show and demonstrate their school spirit. At pep rallies, at games, at activities, our Plant City High School Raiders do it up big. So I just want you to know, incoming freshmen, new students, when they say it's Spirit Week, you need to dress up every day. When it's a pep rally, wear your colors. Be here and represent Plant City High School because, first of all, it's fun. And second of all, it demonstrates that pride that we've talked about. So let's see our spirit all year long. We had some great accomplishments last year, and I'm so excited because we've got some goals for this year to even go over and above what we were able to complete last year. The United Food Bank, highest participation at Plant City High School in a long, long time, and I believe we were able to contribute 8,500 pounds of canned food to the United Food Bank. So I'm just telling you right now, start stockpiling those cans because we want to reach 10,000 pounds this school year. Relay for Life, we were the winner of all the schools in our Plant City Relay for Life, but also in all of the Relay for Lives all over the district. That is one of the things that I'm very proud of, and I want us to continue. So our goal for this year will be $17,500. That's how much money we want to raise this year, which is about $2,000 more than we raised last year. But again, so proud of our students, and we want to continue that legacy. We're very excited that Unity in the Community chose to donate $30,000 to Plant City High School this past year. And much of that money went to the band to purchase new instruments. So band members, I hope you're appreciative. Take good care of those instruments. We're going to recognize Unity at the Community at our Armwood football game, our first home football game. I hope you'll come out and support that. Our HOSA students competed in their national competitions in Nashville back in June, and we came home with a 3rd, 4th, and 7th place in the nation. That is awesome. Our kids excel all over the place. Our PTSA won 7 district awards last year. Some of those because of things our students did. So we hope that you'll join PTSA and continue that legacy. Last year we hosted the first annual Future Fair, where students had the opportunity to actually talk to employers within our community. Many of those kids ended up with jobs after talking to the businesses that were represented. We'll be doing our second Future Fair in the spring. And again, look forward to working with our business partners and giving our students the opportunity to talk to those employers that are looking for employees right here in our community. 2 weeks ago, we hosted Raider Invasion, and over 250 students turned out of our freshmen to attend Raider Invasion, our freshman orientation. They learned all about what it means to be a Raider. So, upperclassmen, I'm asking you to encourage them, to include them, to meet them, introduce yourself to them, welcome them to the Raider family. So we've talked a little bit about legacy. What are some things that you can do to leave your legacy at Plant City High School? Well, first and foremost, we want you to graduate. The other thing that you can do is be here every day. We also want you on time. It's not good enough to stroll in at 8 o'clock. You need to be here at 7:15, no later than 7:15. We want you at school and on time each and every day. And not only on time to school, but on time to each one of your classes. We have a new tardy policy. You'll hear about that in a little bit. You need to be in your class on time. Your GPA is important, which kind of goes back to that whole graduation thing. Your GPA needs to be above a 2.0 because that's what you need to have to graduate. However, we want your GPA to be higher than that. And the only way that's going to happen is if you're in class and you're working hard and you're doing your best. EdSP, we want you to check EdSP regularly. For some of you, I know that you're checking it like 4 or 5 times a day. Keep it up. For the rest of you, if you're not checking it on a daily basis, you need to, because your teachers are posting your work there. They're posting your grades. It's a great place to go and look. If for some reason you were throwing up and you couldn't come to school that day, you could check EdSP and see what happened in your class and maybe even complete that work before you return. We want you to be very frequent users of EdSP. We also want you to be involved in our school. There's a lot of ways that you can be connected to Plant City High School. So we invite you to join some of our teams that maybe you've never considered joining before, because again, it's a connection to our school. We have many clubs and organizations that you can be a part of. In fact, we have our first club fair where you can see all of our opportunities for clubs on August 22nd. We want every student here to be a member of at least one club, but you could join up to 4 if you're an upperclassman. We also want you to be involved in community service opportunities. Miss Jamie Stevens in our guidance office keeps us updated with all of those community service opportunities, and some of those students who plan to go into college, you're going to need those community service hours for graduation. So make sure you check in and get involved and connected with our community service opportunities. I'm going to ask each and every one of you to join PTSA. It costs $5. And I will tell you, you'll get your monies back real quick. Like once a month, they do a treat day for every member. And so within a month or so, you're going to have earned your $5 back. But you also get a bundle of goods for joining, some discount cards and some free stuff. So join PTSA. It's well worth that $5. And lastly, you need to do your best in everything that you attempt. You need to give 110%. In the classroom, on the athletic field, in your clubs and organizations. If you've got a job, you represent Plant City High School. So we're asking you to always do your best so that when people look at Plant City High School students, they say, man, there's something different about them. Those are fine young men and fine young women. Now, we do have some new stuff going on this year. First of all, we have a new bell schedule. We changed it up a little bit because we want to make sure that we give you times strategically throughout the day to go to your locker and go to the bathroom. All right, so the biggest change is first period is attendance. We take attendance during first period. The morning show is during first period. Don't think you can come like running in about 7 or about 8:20 and get counted as being at school, because that ain't happening. Okay, attendance is during first period. Everybody needs to be here first period. Second period. And then after second period, we have our second chance breakfast. So for those of you that like brunch, you know, you're not big into eating at 6:30 in the morning, or maybe you're hungry again by 9 in the morning, we're giving you that second chance for breakfast. Then you're going to go to third period, and then you're going to go to fourth period, and then fifth period is when we have lunch. And some of you will have lunch and then fifth period. Others of you will have fifth period and then lunch. And then we have sixth and seventh period, and then you're done for the day. So you have 4 times to make sure you go to the bathroom and to your locker. Before school, second chance breakfast, lunch, and then after school. And each one of those are spread 2 class periods apart. Not to mention that you have a 6-minute passing time. So you have plenty of time to do the things that you need to do, which means we have no passes. You will not be let out of your classroom to go to the bathroom or to your locker. You've got to make a plan and figure out how to get to your locker and get to the bathroom without missing class time. We've given you 4 opportunities. So you can start planning your strategic strategies now to do all the stuff you need to do without missing your class time. Your teachers have worked hard, and you don't need to be missing their instruction. Another new thing this year is we have some reserved parking spots. Our seniors have come up with a fundraiser, a senior class fundraiser, and some of those parking spots are reserved. If they've got a big white square that's been painted on it, don't park there unless that spot belongs to you. And the only people that can have those spots are seniors. So if you park there, you're going to get a ticket. All right? It's going to be a $25 ticket. So I'm just telling you, do not park in a reserved spot. We also have some spots that are reserved that say administration or handicap. Do not park in any of the reserved parking spots because you're going to end up with a ticket. The same thing is true about the bus ramp. That is not a parking lot. It is a bus ramp. So you need to park in the east lot or the west lot. And just a reminder, our west lot stays locked. Okay, if you need to leave school because you have dual enrollment, or you have a virtual school after school or during 6th or 7th period and you need to leave, or maybe you have a doctor's appointment. Although let me just say right here, schedule your doctor appointments on Monday after 2 or after 3 on Tuesday through Friday, because you got time to do that so you don't have to miss school. But if for some reason you had to leave school during the middle of the day, you need to park in that east parking lot. That's the only one that is unlocked. We also have a new cell phone policy this year. One of our biggest concerns last year was that kids were so busy with their cell phones they didn't do what they need to do about getting to class on time or doing what they need to do in class. So you're going to have 3 times during the day where you can use your cell phone. Before school, and at lunch, and after school. Now, if your teacher directs you to take your cell phone out to use it for a Kahoots or for some type of in-class activity, obviously you can use it then. But during class change, no cell phones. During the breakfast, second chance breakfast, no cell phones. All right, put them away. We want you to socialize. We want you to get to know your peers and your classmates. Now, in addition to that, you can use earbuds when directed by a teacher, but we don't want any big headphones. No headphones, no Beats, no speakers. All that's got to go, okay? Again, this is much more generous than the district policy. We need you to help and follow those expectations, because if you fail to adhere to our expectations, it's going to lead to an electronics violation, which means your cell phone can be taken by administration, your parent has to pick it up, eventually you're going to get work detail, detention, ISS, and possibly out of school suspension. Okay, it's really not worth it. Really? Okay, you can wait, until lunch to check out your Instagram or Snapcrack or whatever that stuff is that y'all use. Last thing I want to mention is dress code. I'm the new dress code Nazi for some of you that wanted to know, since Miss Carr is no longer here. That would be me. So let me remind you of our expectations. You got to wear shoes, okay? Not bedroom slippers. You need to wear shoes. No hats. Don't wear your hats in the building, okay? That's just, again, good manners. Ladies, your shorts or your skirts have to be mid-thigh. Your shirts, ladies, no cleavage, okay? I would put your hands up under your armpits and make sure that there's nothing above your hand, where your hands meet. That would be cleavage. No midriffs. We don't want to see your bellies, okay? Your straps on your shirts need to be 4 fingers across. Gentlemen, your pants must be secured at the waist, okay? No housing. If you need a belt, we'll get you one. If you got on a belt, tighten it up. Pants must be secured at the waist. And gentlemen, your shirts must have sleeves in them. No pants or jeans with holes in it above the mid-thigh. Any of those pants that you wear that have those tears or frays, you need to wear something under it. Hold on a pair of those sliders, or what are those things are you call that you wear underneath your athletic shorts. If you've got holes in your jeans, make sure you wear sliders. We're not going to do paper this year. We're not going to do anything else. You'll have to change. And let me just say right now, we got some fine outfits for you to change into. So if your dress code is questionable, first of all, don't wear it. Or get your own change of clothes in your backpack or your locker that you could leave there, because we've got clothes for you to change into this year. We got some fine shorts and shirts for you to wear if you're a dress code violator. Just a reminder that the wording on your clothes and your jewelry must be appropriate. No drugs, alcohol, gang, sex, weapons, anything. None of that can be on your clothing, or we're going to have to ask you to change your shirt. And the school district says there is no wallet chains as well. Please help us by following the dress code guidelines, then we won't have any issues. And again, if we do, we have clothes for you to change into. Lastly, this morning in homeroom, you're getting a packet of very important information. We want you to take that information home. There's papers that your parents need to sign. Most important is the student emergency card. We need for your parents to update any information on that card, because that's what determines who can check you out, who can check you in, and how we contact them in the case of emergency. So we need 2 valid phone numbers. We need a correct address. We need some emergency contacts. These would be people that are not your parents that we can call in case of emergency. And again, we need updated phone numbers. The biggest concern and the biggest issue we have is we have these phone numbers that don't work. Make sure you give us your folks, or your folks give us those correct and updated phone numbers. And if they change any time during the year, they need to come up and let us know. We want to make sure that we're providing all the information we can to them. And I like to make phone calls. So we need that updated phone information so that we can keep parents updated about anything that's going on, and also that we have those emergency contacts should there ever be an emergency and we need to get in touch with somebody very quickly. We've got a few more guidelines we're going to go over today. Again, we want it to be a great year, and the way you do that and the way you leave that legacy is by complying and following all of our expectations, or meeting those expectations, and it's going to be a great school year.
Good morning, Raiders, and welcome to the 2016-17 school year. What we're going to do for the next 3 days is kind of go over some of our expectations of procedures and new rules that we've in place to make sure that our school not only runs efficiently but safely and actually gives you a little bit more freedom in your day. So here are some things that you need to know from our Student Affairs Office. The first thing that you need to be made aware of, not meaning to sound negative, but when you are sent to Student Affairs for an infraction of some sort, we do have types of consequences that you have to serve. The consequences that Student Affairs imposes include lunch detention, which will be at the first 15 minutes of your lunch period. That means you'll receive a pass, you go straight to the lunch detention room, you sit there for 15 minutes. If you are approved to leave the lunch detention, then after the 15 minutes you go get your lunch. After school detention is after school for 30 minutes from 3:15 to 3:45. Once we know the room locations, we will let you know. After school work detail is an hour. Please make sure you dress comfortably. Don't be wearing a dress on the day of work detail because you're going to be bending over picking up garbage, okay? And then the other is Friday school, which is obviously on Fridays from 3:15 to 5:15, and that's held in the Media Center. The other thing I want to talk about is just some general housekeeping expectations that we have of you. If you haven't noticed, Plant City High School is one of the most beautiful campuses in Hillsborough County. We have won the Star Swept School Award, which means that of all the high schools, ours was the prettiest and cleanest. So we want to keep it that way. And our core values, as Ms. Sullivan referred to you earlier, one of our core values is accountability and pride. We got to take pride in our school. So the first thing is we're asking no food or drinks in the classroom. Some teachers may allow you to have bottled water that has a cap where if it were to fall over it wouldn't spill, that's fine. But absolutely no Polar Pops, no Starbucks coffees, none of that in the classroom, no eating in the classroom, because that, that brings in critters, so we don't want that. PDA, I learned what PDA stood for when I came to Plant City High School. PDA stands for Public Displays of Affection. What's acceptable is you can hold your loved one's hand, but you cannot be hugging up on them. Don't be touching body parts to them. Don't be all up on them sitting at the cafeteria tables, and certainly no smooching. That is totally not acceptable. So no public displays of affection. Don't sit on the lunchroom tables. We don't go to your house and sit on your dinner table that you're fixing to eat your meal. Don't sit on our tables here. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Hats and hoodies. If we see your hat, we are going to take it and you can pick it up at the end of the day. That is considered a dress code violation, and we'll get to that later, but I just wanted you to know no hats at all. And hoodies, if you're wearing a hood on your head, that's a dress code infraction as well. That's not allowed. No assigned seats in the cafeteria. I wasted several conversations with students last year where they said, this is where I always sit, and they put their stuff here and I want them to move. We don't have assigned seats in the cafeteria, and if you haven't noticed, we're very, very full. So if you find a seat in the cafeteria, you claim it and you sit there and don't get up, because if you get up, you may lose your seat, just saying. Lastly is to clean up after yourself. This is not a huge problem, but we do notice that after breakfast, or sometimes when you're in a hurry, you may forget your milk carton or whatever. Just please do a double check of your table. Make sure you've thrown away all your garbage. And that's it for my housekeeping.
Good morning, Raiders. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Assistant Principal Vernon Henderson. And I want to talk to you about a couple of things to keep in mind as you're going through this school year. First of all, we've had a lot of questions already about cell phone policies. You can use your cell phone before school, after school, and during your lunch period. All other times, your cell phone should be put away or turned off and kept in your pocket. That includes in between classes, you may not use your cell phone. If you'll notice in all of your classes, you're going to have a big red, yellow, and green lights, and those will also let you know when you can and cannot use your cell phones. Red obviously means that cell phones are not to be used in class at all that period. A yellow will be at teacher discretion. Maybe they're using it for something you guys are doing in class, but your teacher will direct you when to use your cell phones. And then the green light is for basically free cell phone use. Okay, so, and if you have any of those questions, ask your teacher before you take out that phone. Also, we're not going to be charging cell phones at school. So charge your device at home and bring it to school, and make sure you know when you can and cannot use it. For those of you that don't follow these rules, we are going to have some consequences for that. Your first violation will be a verbal warning. Second will be parent notification. And you may be asked to turn in your cell phone. And by the third violation, the teacher is going to send you up to the Student Affairs office with a pass, and you're going to turn in your phone to us, and we keep it to the end of the day. Beyond that, the consequences do get more strict, so make it easy on yourself. Keep the phone turned off or use it only when you're supposed to use it. The next topic that I want to talk to you about is expectations when you're coming to and from school. Many of you guys are going to be riding a bus, and so our buses don't let students off until 7 a.m. And then you're more than welcome to come in, get breakfast, meet with your friends, maybe go to tutoring before school. But remember, buses don't let students off until 7 a.m. At the end of the day, buses leave 4 minutes after the bell rings. What that means is that you're going to have to hurry to get on your buses at the end of the day. Don't lollygag around in the mall. Don't really have a whole lot of time to talk to your friends at the end of the day. Go ahead and just get right on the bus, and you can proceed on home. Also remember to stay on the curb until that bus comes to a complete and full stop and the door opens. Don't all rush out there to the bus. Make sure you stay on the curb until that bus comes to a complete stop.
Back. Yeah, it's kinda whack, no books in the pack. Got the hat and shirt with the shoes to match. Man, I'm killing the game, I'm talking full attack. Phone fully charged, time to cop some digits. 5 minutes left, first class statistics. You know the teacher happy, man, she ready to kill us. She about to have us taking notes while she passing her syllabus. Woman sit next to, I had to see. Not trying to fail, man, it just ain't me. So either smart Asian kid like my man Mickey G, or a little study buddy with the giggles. Hee hee. Thanks, you looking good, teacher about to be mad at me. About to hit the mad, but I'm thinking anatomy. Weren't you in that movie, Miss Congeniality? At least give me your number, babe. What's your nationality? So these new girls, man, they always trying to play. Now where was I at? Oh yeah, the first day. It's the first day back. It's the first day back. And your boy Dre killed it on that first day track.